group of individuals, as if others do not get holidays. Why do we have to utilize such a term? And so, apart from sometimes the malls who will play it, rocking around the Christmas tree, have a Christmas something, something. Everyone merrily, whatever, dancing merrily. Thank you so much. Apart from that, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, so you can feel the warmth of it so as to get this glorious feeling in your wallet so as to be able to go out there and to spend until you drop. Outside of that, there is a strong effort on the part of our culture, society in general, a social construct, so to speak. There is that element, in academia where they want to eliminate that. And of course, in our political world, many do not want to acknowledge or utilize that term. So you'll hear things such as happy holidays. Or you'll hear things such as Merry Xmas. Or you'll hear something like, we're having the winter holiday break. So many effort as it relates to Christmas. Some people do not like it. Some people do not like the lights, and some people do not like the trees. But here is the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen. It's, if you don't like it, you simply do not like it. Don't make a big deal about it. I mean, the tree in itself, we realize the paganness of some things. But ladies and gentlemen, just about everything that we can consider in life today have some kind of pagan origin. But the truth and the reality was that 2,000 years ago, in an obscure village or town called Bethlehem, there was the birth of a Savior who became the light of the world, who gave hope to humanity. And ladies and gentlemen, any opportunity to celebrate and to remember that is something that is extremely worthwhile. The angel said, peace on earth and goodwill to all men, because of the hope that came with that birth. Wise men came from the east. They saw a light and they continued their travel along many miles and rugged terrain so as to be able to find themselves back into Israel. And their journey took a while, because when they got there, it was not in the manger, where they said the wise men saw where the baby born. And they said that his name was Jesus. One of our theological geniuses was there saying, but Pastor, that's not true. The wise men saw where the baby born. And that's right. They said, that's wrong. Because when the wise men came, the child was already born, and the child was in a house, not in the stable. Just a little bit of adjustment there. So it's a little bit of wrong theology there in our singing, but it sounds good. The wise men saw where the baby born. They didn't really. And so the reality is that wise men travel far and wide so as to be able to see this glorious experience, the birth of a child. It was a birth that was so serious that Herod decided that I do not want this child to be born here, so he started a massacre. And God preserved that child by sending that child into Egypt. Imagine that for a moment. We'll comment on that a little bit later on. Many are saying, what if there was no Christmas? Well, let's play the what if game here. There are a lot of what ifs out there. Well, what if? What if my wife did not decide to show up in Bible college, instead of going out there to study Spanish? I think she wanted at the time, so as to be able to communicate with many of her clients at the time. And so the last day of registration, she just felt this urge in her spirit that you're going the wrong way. And so right away, my wife made a U-turn somewhere near the QEW there and found her way through a confusing maze, and then showed up at the school and then came into my class. And as soon as she came into the class, ladies and gentlemen, she knew the reason why she was brought there. And she kept looking and said, I see destiny. She won't get a chance to answer for herself. What if? What if all of a sudden, when the Browns were making their way to Canada, what if somehow the place that they were supposed to go and the people that they were supposed to see, what if that person was there? I'm not sure. They probably wouldn't be here today. And we would not get a song like, what do you call that song again? Oh, Holy Night. Wasn't that a great song? We probably wouldn't be able to see him there like a doctorate on the keyboard going away at it and just give us such great music. What if? Who can I pick on what if now? What if all of a sudden someone said to me after I was tired of picking up people and they said, there is this young lady in Mississauga. I'm like, I am so tired. I'm not going. This was Saturday night. Between Saturday and Sunday morning, you better get up and go. I'm like, I'm going to Scarborough. I'm going everywhere. I'm tired. And then finally I decided to go pick up this female. Her weight was double digit at the time. She did not read triple digit. And on my way there, and this person came to church, and then all of a sudden we were singing. We were struggling so bad for quality sound. And then all of a sudden I heard this angelic voice singing. I'm like, whoa, this little human can sing. And now, yeah, that's Sister Denise. What if? We could go on and on. What if when Hina decided to visit church, she said, I am just coming for one day, I'll never come back. And then all of a sudden, when she was making her plans to do a disappearing act, never to come back again, all of a sudden, Sister Sandra said, hi, little girl. I'm going to pick you up again same time next week. And she's like, oh, good Lord. And so there was Sister Sandra. She showed up there, picked her up, and then now she's now a jack of all trade and master of many in the church. Included in running the school. What if? We could go on and on. What if? And so there's so many stories we could harp on as it relates to the lives of so many here in this congregation. What if you did marry Bungo? Gosh, it's a good thing that thing broke up, huh? Can you imagine the nightmare you'd have today? Yeah. Instead, you have so and so. Clap. Encourage